Is now a good time to buy a house in Ireland?
Yes, buy one quickly. And some people said to me, I would say this because I'm a mortgage broker. Well, we're financial planners and we do a mortgage broker service. Massive difference. Yes, so Paul Murray, I'm a CEO of Pax and Ask Paul. So Ask Paul was set up about 4 years ago and Pax 10 years ago. So we set up Ask Paul to pretty much what you're doing is to bring a really jargon-free, easy to understand content to the end user around financial planning and financial products. A financial planner literally creates a financial plan with their client, but takes in all aspects of finance. So you're going to be looking at investing, you're going to be looking at taxes, you're going to be looking at pension legislation, and then the very basics. And in fairness, the very basics are kind of common knowledge and kind of common sense in fairness. So for argument's sake, making sure you don't spend all your money before you get the payday, keep a little bit aside. But people think a bit overwhelmed with money. So our whole thing is that money should enhance your life, not make it stressful. It's actually very easy to manage your money, and we just provide a little bit of direction. Okay, so I think the biggest rule when it comes to saving for a mortgage is to make sure you have your affordability. A lot of people think that they automatically, once they save their deposit, are going to get a mortgage. That's not the fact. So the bank will always look at the affordability calculator as the main thing that will make or break your application, because everybody knows you need a deposit. So let's say your new mortgage is going to be €1,200 per month. You need to have showed the bank that you can pay 1,300 or 1,400 quid a month consistently for the previous 6 months at least. Okay. Now, if you're renting for 1,300 or 1,400 quid, you're sorted. You've proved it, because when you move into your new house, you're not going to be renting. If you're still living at home with your parents, you want to be saving that 1,300 or 1,400 quid in a separate account on a monthly basis, credit union, bank, wherever you want to save it. Yes, buy one quickly. Some people said to me, I would say this because I'm a mortgage broker. Well, we're financial planners and we do a mortgage broker service. Massive difference. But house prices are only going to increase. We do not have enough supply to meet the demand, and we're not going to. I don't know what you would sell. And I'm going to be genuinely honest with that. I mean, unless you're trying to trade up, if you're trying to trade up and you're trying to get a new family home, but the problem is you can't find family homes. If you've got a 3-bed semi-D and you've got a couple of kids and you're thinking of going again child-wise and you want a 4-bed, your family home is going to go for a very good price, but the 4-bed's going to be even harder to find. And that's the problem, we're not building enough family homes, and anything we are building is built to rent, and it's all apartment style. So yeah, if you're going to go get a mortgage and you're thinking of have a wedding in the next couple of years, you get the house, then get married. The reason being, if you take a 20 grand out of your savings, it could take you 2 or 3 years of renting again before you build it up. Weddings aren't going up in value. Property prices are. So from a financial point of view, get the house, get it now. So if you're 20 grand now, put it towards a house, get on the property ladder, then get married in a few years. That'd be my advice straight away. Kids, big one. Bank can't discriminate against you for being pregnant or planning to have a family. So if you're going towards getting a mortgage and you're pregnant, the bank can't ask you anything. They can't really talk to you about it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I wanted to separate that question out. Get this a lot on Instagram,
So if I'm in a couple and herself is pregnant, we can go into a bank and the bank can't call that dependent.
No, God, no. And as well as that, the only time it becomes difficult for the couple in that situation, or the person having the baby in that situation, is if they're going on unpaid maternity leave. So if you're on maternity leave and you're not being paid and you're only getting the state benefit, the bank can't do anything. They can't discriminate because you're going back to your job. I mean, you're allowed to have children and you're allowed to have. But it really frustrates me because I get people coming to me on Instagram saying, we're thinking of having a baby, we're going to put it off to next year and try and get the house next year. I'm hold on, let's not be putting off having kids for a house. It's just gaga thinking like it's madness. But people are so paranoid and so much misinformation out there. So the only time it would affect an application is if you're going for the mortgage today and you're on unpaid leave. So let's say for argument's sake, you've been on 6 months maternity leave, you've been paid or not been paid by your employer, it doesn't make a difference. But now you're taking 6 months unpaid leave. The bank will have a little bit of an issue because they might be thinking you're not going back to work. And they're using your full salary before you went to maternity leave for your calculation, your 3.5 times your income. So if you have a letter saying from your employer that you're returning to work on the 1st of June and you're going back to the same salary and benefits, that's really important, you'll be okay. The banks don't mind. So don't be putting off having kids and stopping having families for the mortgage market. ICB. the Irish Credit Bureau or the search in the Central Bank Registrar for people where people haven't paid a loan back or they've went away and forgot to pay a loan, and they come back and they think it's forgotten about, and they go in to get a mortgage and they're told they can't get one because he or she has a credit rating problem, and that's devastating to everybody. So if anyone's watching this and they have made a mistake in the past, even if they made a mistake and rectified it, it doesn't mean the ICB was rectified. So make sure you get your ICB report or your central credit. Actually, the central credit report is actually replacing the ICB. So, but get the both if you can.